Tonight's DJNTV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, Numark, and DJNTV Insiders.
It's Tuesday morning. Welcome to Deets, Beats, and Dancing Feet. This show is all about improving your DJ performances, making your clients' experiences a little bit more memorable, and maybe even making just a little bit more money. Hi, my name is Thomas Heath. I am driving, obviously, to go walk Evie, my dog. Something came up the other day in one of the chat boards, of course, and there's Evie, that was talking about buying cheap equipment, and this is kind of the topic of the week on the internet, especially on the Facebooks. So I kind of wanted to weigh in. I weighed in the DJ Video Cave, which if you're not a member of that group, you should definitely join. It is super fun. A lot of grown-ups in there, and a lot of great conversations, and it's a way for you to make sure that you get better talking to people, because you're not just a keyboard warrior at that point. Somebody brought up a good point that possibly your guests won't know the difference between a cheap portable speaker and an expensive portable speaker. My belief is that they will, and I'll tell you about that right after this. Welcome back. High-end equipment. Is it necessary? Is it important? Somebody told me, or somebody did a quote, and I believe it was Bill Herman, it might have been Dave Tournier, that you need to be high-end if you want to command high-end pricing. I firmly believe that. I think that is true in everything. You would never see a Cadillac ad that looked or appeared cheap. Heck, you wouldn't even see a Kia ad that looked or appeared cheap, because Kia is attempting, with some success, even Hyundai actually is doing a really good job of this with their the Hyundai Genesis, at being and becoming high end, and coming out of that low end perception that they've had, because that's where they got their start. I'm all for getting your start somewhere. Trust me when I tell you that my first PA systems were definitely as far from high end as possible, because you got to start somewhere. You got to pay the piper, if you will. Now, and this might sound corny, but reality is perception. Perception is reality, especially to our couples. Now, they can easily Google search equipment. And I've had a lot of people ask me what kind of equipment that I use in the past, especially in the past year or so. And utilizing, terms and terminology and jargon just to confuse people isn't fair. If they ask you, you have to be able to tell them, and you have to tell them with some semblance of pride and professionalism, knowing that you are bringing the best that you can bring. Choosing to go cheap when that is not your option, in my opinion, is kind of crappy. I'll tell you a little bit about what we're doing and how we're changing and evolving to make sure that our couples get the best that they can get right after this.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
We have arrived at the park. Evie is very excited. She's ready to go. One of the things that we've struggled with here in northern Michigan is there's a lot of venues that have outdoor ceremonies. I'm sure you do too. But they're in remote locations. I had a wedding where they popped oh, by the way, there's no electricity at our wedding ceremony location 2 weeks before the event even happened. So the first thing I did was I jumped on eBay and I bought a battery-powered all-in-one system that I could put on the stand. It was junk. It was junk. I didn't pay a lot for it, and it was obvious. The sound was so low you could barely hear, and the wireless microphones that came with the system weren't that great either. So the next year we had more weddings at this venue. So I bought a more expensive system. I bought the Denon Envoy system, and I bought the extra lavalier system to go in it. So it has a lavalier and it has a handheld. Okay, Eve, thank you. She's protecting me. And it was okay. You know, it wasn't the best thing out there, but it was a huge step up from what we had. Evie. Now she's barking at people. So we moved from that to I just bought the Maui LD5 Go system from Ben at NLFX. And I also bought the Audix 2-in-1 wireless microphone system. I'm ordering the CSL lithium power pack for that because I want to have the best sounding ceremonies in my market. You have to have a calling card. You have to have something to set you apart from the other DJs in your area. This is one of the ways that we're trying to do that. So, I guess I'll give you some action steps right after this. Here are your action steps. Action step number 1, be the best you can be for your couples. I'm not saying to break the bank. I'm not saying, make, investments that you can't make, that are going to make you struggle. What I am saying is, don't go cheap just because you can and just because you think you should be able to. Up, heal up. Action step number 2. Do what you can, again, to set yourself apart. Utilizing your equipment is a way to do that. And I'm not saying, haha, I have this and that guy doesn't. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, saying that you are using professional equipment, you better be. You better not be using something that you can buy from Walmart or buy from Meijer or whatever. Make sure that you are taking care of your people the best way you can. And action step number 3. Other than, of course, get out and walk. Action step number 3. Buy from reputable vendors that work with us. Ben from NLFX, Justin from iDJ Now. Those are the two that I would suggest asking questions if you're looking for a specific thing. If you're looking for a specific thing that you're maybe struggling with. We were struggling with wireless microphone ranges at our ceremonies because we don't want to be, come on kiddo, we don't want, she wants to go down there so bad. We were struggling with wireless microphone ranges and dropouts and stuff like that, trying to figure out what we wanted to do to be better. So we called Ben. Ben let me know, this is what to do, get this. We got the Maui 5 Go. Thanks to Brian Red. Said something about it. Did a little video himself. Come on, Evie. Come on. So that's what we did. That's my show for today. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, please, message me on the Facebooks or join our Deets, Beats, and Dancing Feet Facebook group. Blech, I didn't do my vocal warm-ups this morning. Deets, Beats, and Dancing Feet Facebook group. Thanks for watching again, and I will see you on Tuesday.